Alright, I'm going to show you how to use the prospect management software that we've got. It's called QuickBase. First thing you do is open your browser. Then I want you to type in, go to quickbase.com. Alright, this is the home screen. The next thing you're going to want to do is sign in. You click up here. Everybody's got their email addresses and passwords. We're going to use Riverwood Plantations for right now. So it's riverwood@meybohm.com. And their password. Everybody's got those. And then sign in. Okay, it's going to take you to this main screen right here. You're welcome to kind of look around and go through the different things that are out here, but the first thing you're going to do is the prospect files. If you click that, alright, well, I put some in here just to look at basically already. I created one just a minute ago, and we're going to do that again. The first thing you want to do is basically create a new customer. Let's say you have a prospect that comes in, and you need to enter into the database. So what you would do is you'd go up to Site Customer, click Add New Customer, and it brings in this field right here. Okay, the neighborhood is the neighborhood code, not the name. Each neighborhood has a code, and you've been given that as well. Riverwood is 10. Agent on duty, you're going to put your initials. In this case, we're going to put Vernon Johnson. And the day, today is Thursday. And the date. Just pick that from there. Alright, the classification is the next one. The classifications, 1 is agent with prospect, 2 is customer only, 3 is agent preview. And we're going to assume this is an agent with the prospect. Okay? And the description, basically agent with customer. That'll show up 2 different places. And the name. I'm going to say this is Tom Johnson. Okay? Property address. You go down here, if it's not, it won't be on these drop downs. Click Add New Choice. You're going to put on there 24H is the property address, and the builder name. Let's assume this is PDH Builders. PDH Builders. Okay, and then the agent name. Okay, assume that's Kathy Duke. Okay, then the comments. These are where you're going to type in everything. Whatever happens to do with the customer, anything you want to put feedback wise, it's going to go right here. Interested in buying in the next 2 weeks. 2-story plans only. Alright, the advertising source that they came out, they saw us on the television, heard us on the radio, and the magazine. Okay, and we're going to say they're an A for prospect. Don't need to worry about the next 2 fields on there right now. So we save that. Okay, once that's done, which may take a second. Okay, it says right here, we can go ahead and add another one at this point, or you can come back here. If you click up here in the top left, click Prospect Files again. That's going to take you back to the same, what they call this, the dashboard. And the latest ones are at the bottom of the list, so if we scroll down, there it is right there. Customer, Tom Johnson, PDH Builders, Kathy Duke. It's all right there. Now let's assume that this has been a day, and you need to go back and you need to add activity as far as what you've done to follow up with somebody. You go over here to the Add Activity button. This is where you'll click when anything you do for that prospect is saved in this area right here. So it asks you for the person's name. That's correct. What type of follow-up? We're going to say we sent them an email. Emailed new 2-story floor plans. Okay, that's what we did. We saved that. Now that follow-up activity is associated with that customer. So if you want to go back and see that, you go click over at the very bottom, click Activities, which is right here. And it's going to bring everything that's associated with that particular prospect that's been done. And here it says that basically on 3/4/2010 we had an email with 2 new floor plans. So we're done with that. Go back and click Prospect Files again. And that's it. Now let's assume that if we scroll back down to where this one was, Mr. Johnson, let's just assume his last name was incorrect. We basically click edit, and then we can go and edit any of this information that we want. His first name was actually Mike. We save that. And go back down, and it's changed here. So that's all there is to that in the prospects. The prospect reports and the traffic reports will be automatically generated from this information based on date ranges. The next thing I want to show you is that we've established the way for you guys to update our task list and keep a task list for yourself on here, which is called our neighborhood task list. Anytime you put anything on here, it shows up on our task list as well. So what I want to show you is, if we click tasks, we're going to add a new task. You got to have your neighborhood code again. It's very important that you keep the neighborhood code. If you put the wrong code in, it'll end up on somebody else's list. The task type, we're going to put supplies. The date created, today. The task description, this is whatever you need. Need 2 boxes of paper and black pens. Assigned to be completed by, you'll skip. Completed on, you'll skip. And then created by, you'll just put your initials. Say this is Vernon Johnson again. And then you'll save that. When you're done with that, you go back up to prospect files up here. That'll take you back to the dashboard again. And again, if you look at the bottom, there it is right there, supplies. Need 2 boxes of paper and pen and black pens. It basically has not been assigned to anybody, but what this will allow you to do is we will go in and assign it to somebody on our side, but as soon as we see this up, this will notify us that something's been added to our task list, and so we can go ahead and take care of that and assign it, and you can follow up what's going on with it. We can also put comments and add some different information on that, and again, we can edit it and view it just like you guys can. So the next one I want to talk about is some of the reports that are available on here. If you wanted to look at some different things that we built in some reports, this is one that basically tells you about interest level. If you click this, out of every prospect that we have on there, this will do a pie chart based on their interest level. It'll tell you how many A, B, C's, and D's. And if you look on here, there it is. We have 40 A's, 20 B's, and 40 D's. This is of the percentages of what the total customers. So you can go back to that. You can also print these reports right there, and it print it out wherever you want it to do. This will tell you traffic by day. There's your traffic by day. 60% of the traffic's on Saturday, 20% on Thursday, and 20% on Sunday. So as we get more and more traffic, you can see how these will be very good. These will be great reports. Now, some of these you'll see these will be some different things as we go through this and change this. We'll actually give it the date range, which will allow you to get a little bit more exact if you want a date range for a specific. So that's the initial one. I challenge you to try it, play around with it, take a look at it, and then we'll go from there. Thank you very much. Good luck, everyone.